Hello, I just wanted to share some upgrades I used on my Biktrix Juggernaut Ultra, which probably apply to a lot of other fat tire e-bikes. I use it probably more like a mountain bike. I go over some pretty rugged trails and whatnot, and I try to have as much fun with this thing as possible. But because it has the bafang ultra mid drive, it's really tough on gear. So I've been through a couple of sets of cassettes on this, and I actually wound up thrashing out the hub. I just replaced the rear tire with a Surly Nate, but some of the upgrades I've put on this to make it more rideable and steep and terrible terrain is, well, I see I got this suspension seat post. Wow, say that 10 times fast. All right, and I shrunk this, the drive cog. I could probably even go a little bit smaller, but I think I went down to a 42 or a 38 with it. And at about 500 miles, I thrashed out the hub. And so I actually wound up using a Wren Star, which was supposed to be a lot more forgiving with the power of the Ultra. And I got it through Biktrix. I think it was $320, and for $75 more, they included a takeoff hub and mounted it for me. So I just got like this hub with the Wren Star on it, and I had to send them information on the bike, but all I had to do was swap the tire and stuff and mount it. So that was pretty neat. And then you see this cassette is pretty wide. It's 48 tooth and it goes down to 11. And this is the Shimano Linkglide. So I switched the whole system over from the Hyperglide to the Linkglide, and this is a 10-speed setup. I actually would have gone with the 8 or the 9, but the shifter that comes with the 10-speed is better quality, so it was sort of a compromise. But this Linkglide's supposed to last like 3 times as long. The gear, they're not as conscious of weight, which if you have one of these bikes, you're not really weight conscious. But they're thicker gears, and they're supposed to hold up a lot better for the e-bike application. And I know that their design is for like the 80 to 100 Newton meter torque mid drives. And this is the Ultra is 160. So we'll see how this holds up, but hopefully I'll get more than 500 miles out of the Wren Star, and I'll get more than 200 or 300 miles out of these. And I am tough on stuff. I try to shift properly and whatnot, but I just wanted to throw these upgrades out, and of course time will tell if these things work out. I can do some videos if people want about swapping this stuff over, but it was pretty straightforward. But hoping to get more fun and more miles out of this setup than what came with the Ultra. And like I said, this probably applies to pretty much any fat bike setup that comes with the bafang Ultra, because Ultra's trashing gears is pretty common from what I understand.